first because Annie's the one that told me about this wine company. And I drink a lot of wine. My family is on here. We all know that we all drink a lot of wine, mom and sister-in-law, and my sister that can't be on here. But I'm going to send her the information because it's like, you drink a lot of wine, you love it, you want a good tasting wine, but it comes with like all that other like stuff. And so that's why I'm super excited about this, because all of us we drink a lot of wine in our family. So this could be the new thing for us. But anyways, one of the reasons why I wanted just to like learn more about this company was just like that health piece and the headaches. Cause it's like, I'll drink 2 glasses of wine and get that headache, or feel like you're just drinking all the sugar, added sugar and all that stuff. So one of my favorite wines, my mom should know this, is Josh Cellar's. I do like a good Josh Cellar, but
I'm drinking that right now.
Aren't that so am I? Oh, okay. Anyways, but yeah, so that's why I want to learn more about what's going on with Scout Cellar. It sounds amazing. So who wants to go next? Mom and Lauren, go.
Yes. Okay, we're next. Hi, I'm Mom.
Donna, Mom.
I'm Donna. Nice to meet you all. We are definitely are wine drinkers, that's for sure. I like a good Cabernet, nice and bold, and I don't typically get headaches from it like my kids do, but you know, I think I've built up a resistance to any chemicals in there over the years. So
the less sugar might be nice though, Mama. The less sugar.
Appeal to me, and you know what? We don't need the sulfates either. So I think, and especially my older daughter definitely she loves wine, but has headaches every time. So I think Anne should listen to this too. But yeah, I like a good cab, and I kind of found a favorite at Trader Joe's that I'm liking a lot. But this is very interesting. I'm all about hearing about something new and healthier. So I can keep drinking wine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm Lauren, and I don't like red wine, so I like white. I like Sauvignon Blanc. Pretty much any kind. But yeah, I'm just something that's more healthier and less sugar is what I'm most interested in. So
Can I ask why?
I'm sorry, what?
Can I ask why you don't like reds, or why you don't drink reds?
I don't like the taste yet. I'm sure eventually.
Or, I mean, since you're a Sauv Blanc drinker, I'm assuming you like the fruity piece of it.
Yeah, and I like a drier white.
Okay. Okay, so, curious.
Yeah.
Awesome. How about Michael Lynn? First one on the call.
Well, I'm Annie's aunt. I'm interested in the lack of sugar. I've actually been a health coach for 12, 15 or more years. I have my own Pilates studio and still do physical therapy, but it's the macro, the less sugar, the healthy part. And I personally, tequila is my favorite, but I do like my wines. Just not often because I can't find what I like, or that my brain's going, what for? I know the sugar, I know the sulfate. Sorry. I'll stick to my tequila. That's a little better, but not much. But I do have wines. I do like the fruitier, the lighter white wine. I don't like red wines, too heavy. So I'm looking forward to this. This will be interesting.
Yes, me too. How about Takara?
Okay, hi, I'm Takara. I like wine. I like red wine. I like red blend. But I also drink a light wine, but it depends. Chardonnay, I used to drink that, but it gives me a headache, so I don't drink that anymore. So I'm excited to hear about this, especially if it has less sugar, less carbs. Like that sounds great to me. And then if I can get back to like a Chardonnay without the headache, then that would be great too.
Yes, awesome. Laura.
Hi. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Is everything settled? Okay.
Yes.
I like wine a lot, and I used to be able to drink a lot, and then all of a sudden, like, I just got massive headaches, even if I would have like one glass. So I haven't drank very much recently, but COVID happened and I decided that the headache was worth it. So, got a little situation, but I'm working with Annie, so I'm trying to keep the carbs at a minimum. And it's kind of like, okay, do I want the glass of wine tonight or do I want to like be able to eat? So, it's a little tricky. So I'm anxious to hear about this. And I actually, once you said the name, I follow a girl on Instagram who's a Scout and Cellar person, and everything she posts, I'm like, oh, that looks really good. And I've seen the little cans of wine. I'm like, oh, you look so cute drinking your little cans of wine. I want that. And they don't really sell that at like Total Wine or anything. I've looked and I haven't been able to find cute little cans.
Who do you follow?
Amy Seaman.
Oh, yes.
Mama Seaman, do you know her?
Kind of.
Yeah, she's fun.
Yep. So awesome. Well, I'm Amy. I have been with Scout Cellar for about 2.5 years, so almost from the beginning of the company. I just got back today from Dallas, being with our wonderful people. And yeah, this has been a crazy cool ride. I'm a probation parole officer by day, and I didn't need an extra job, but I really liked wine and I don't like feeling like crap. So it just all kind of came in my lap, and it's been an amazing little journey. So we're just going to chat about the wine and what makes it different. I realize none of you have it in front of you. Typically a tasting will be, we'll go through 2 to 4 bottles and you guys can taste for yourselves. However, these ladies, like, we're so excited to get in and jump in and get going. They don't even have their wine yet. So, and I said, we can do this without it, because like Annie said, we do have a satisfaction guarantee. So if you try a wine and you order a wine and you don't like it and you let us know, we'll refund that for you within as long as you open it within 60 days. So there's no risk. Like, where can you return wine? Nowhere. But you can with us, because like Annie said, our founder, Sarah, is so all about the integrity and transparency of our wines and what makes our wines different, that she's so certain that we will find something you like. So if you try something and you don't like it, we got you. Takara, I hear you saying Chardonnays. And so we have a ton of them. We have oaked and unoaked Chardonnays. So it'll be interesting to talk with you more about like what kind you like, and do like a buttery creamy, or you know what one would be the best for you. So and while the girls haven't tried them and know how to suggest it, it's one of my favorite things to do. So please lean on me and let me suggest some things. I've gotten pretty dang good at it. It's pretty fun to do. So so Annie's going to throw up an infographic, and we're kind of just going to briefly talk about what makes the wines different. You guys obviously have a bit of an idea already based on what Annie has posted and what Wendy's talked to you guys about. The sugars is huge, like you guys said. What this infographic is all the ways that our wine is different and what clean crafted standards really means. So the other big piece of what makes our wines different is they're all organic. They're all gluten friendly. People don't realize that wine is not gluten friendly all the time. So that's a huge piece. I would say right now about 80% of our wines are vegan also. So that's a very, again, another thing people aren't aware of that isn't, like, I didn't know it wasn't vegan. It's pretty gross what makes wine non-vegan. And so they're all either sustainably or biodynamically farmed too. So it's all about like really taking care of what the craft of wine and what makes it different. I know one of the questions we got asked prior was, where do our wines come from? They come from all over the world. So Sarah went out to winemakers from all over the world and said, hey, I know you've been doing wine for 60 years, but can you do it my way? And can you make it to this clean crafted standard? And so initially, most of our wines actually came from Europe, because winemakers in Europe care about the craft and how they make it, right? It's not about mass producing it to make more money and make it faster. That's where the US comes in, right? Like, everyone cares more about making that buck and making more money. So to dump all this chemical junk into it, that doesn't bother them. Whereas in Europe, it's more of an art to them. So initially, a lot of ours came from Europe. Now they come from everywhere. I think I commented on there. I mean, all over Europe, Chile, Argentina. We just got a New Zealand Sauv Blanc, and then obviously a ton from California and Oregon. We do have partnerships with winemakers now that we label our own labels, as well as some that are labeled by the individual winemakers from wherever they're from. So That's where our wines come from. So the biggest thing about the sugars that we're going to talk about is the average donut is 16 grams of sugar, as you can see on the middle of the graphic. A glass of sweet wine, like a Moscato, can have up to 30 grams per glass. So that's 2 donuts that you're having. So Laura, when you talk about do I eat or do I drink, that's a huge difference. So ours have no added sugar. You have to, obviously there's sugar that is made during the fermentation process. So while the grapes are sitting on the vines in the sun or in what temperature they are, they're fermenting. So that sugar is getting into the grapes. And then when they press it, when they harvest it and press it, obviously that's where you get the juice and the sugar is still in there. That's typically where there's a lot of added sugar added, is during that process. And obviously ours don't have any of that. The really cool thing about ours is we talk about ours based per liter. So like when you get a tasting card of each of the wines that we have, it's going to tell you exactly how much sugar is in each bottle per liter. Now remember, a bottle of wine is not a liter. It's a 750. So it's actually less than what you're actually getting told. The majority of our whites are going to be certified at 7 grams of sugar per bottle or less. I think we have 2 that are 14. And those are going to be our comparables to a Moscato or a Riesling or a Pinot Gris that are going to have those sweeter ones. Initially, when we started, people that were sweet lovers, I just said, we're never going to have that because we don't have the sugar. And now we've gotten, obviously more clout and more partnerships, and now we do have some of those sweeter ones. So what Annie was talking about being left on the vine, the longer they sit on the vine, the more that that juice is in there. So with mass-produced wines, they'll pluck it quick and say, well, we don't care, we'll add all of it because we want to make more fast, right? And so that's kind of what makes the craft of clean crafted different. Our red bottles are going to be, majority of them are certified at 2 grams of sugar per bottle or less. We actually have many of them that are under 0.05 per bottle. So literally almost nothing. Annie is talked about macros. We do have the calculation as far as how many calories from alcohol, or all that you smart nutrition gurus that I am not. We have that information if you need it, how to break that stuff down. We cannot claim to be a hangover-free wine. And I always say that because everyone's body processes alcohol differently. Laura, like you said, all of a sudden now you just can't tolerate it. So we talk about the differences, and I can say that I don't get hungover, but I can't guarantee that. And so I just want that's just something that I always say. Drink water, eat, be responsible with it, and you should feel better, right? Like if you usually get hungover off a bottle, and you're probably less hungover or no hangover. So that's just the disclaimer I always kind of throw out there. I had one woman call me and say, I was hungover. I'm like, well, you also didn't eat at all. After tasting, I watched you. The other big thing about the no sugars is that because there's no added sugar and there's no added chemical, your body has no choice but to process what? The alcohol. So that's all there is. So you're going to feel it faster also. So if it's a bottle that you take to go night-night buzz, it's going to be a half a bottle probably for you on this one, because it's just, that's all there is to metabolize. Our alcohol content of our bottles is higher than a traditional bottle of wine as well. So just be mindful of that. Ours are typically anywhere from 12 to 14.8% of alcohol. And the mass-produced bottle is about 10 to 12. So just keep that in mind too. So we talked about the sugars a little bit. The sulfites. Sulfites is what also causes some of those congestion. When you wake up in the morning, you need to blow your nose after drinking, or if you wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and can't go back to sleep, like you're just stir crazy. That's typically from sulfites. Sulfites is also something people are allergic to it. And so I have some women that used to break out in hives, and we guess that's probably what it was. We don't know. But with our wine, she doesn't have those effects. So your wine has to have sulfites in it or it will breed bacteria. So ours have about a third less than a mass-produced bottle of wine. So significantly less in that regard. And then the other, like I said before, the other big things are the organic, the vegan, all of those healthier versions. And again, we can't totally say we're keto friendly, paleo diet friendly. We fall within most of them. Weight Watchers, I think it's like 2 points for a glass of ours, and it's like 8 points for a mass-produced one. So that is like the gist of it in a really fast nutshell. Oh, and the 250 chemicals. That's the other thing I will touch on, is that like second column on the right. So you can add 250 chemicals to your wine and it can still be FDA approved, which is pretty nasty when you think about it. And I talked about the fact that they're organic wines. To be considered an organic wine in the US, all you have to do is eliminate one of those 250 chemicals. And you can still label yourself as organic. And the only chemical that you remove is synthetic pesticides. So what's really crazy about it, and again, smoke and mirrors, right? FDA has all these different kind of smoke and mirrors things. So what they say is you cannot spray synthetic pesticides on the grapes while they're in the vineyard growing, right? And that will deem you as organic. However, you can add as much synthetic pesticide as you want in the bottling process and still label yourself as organic. So if you go to Total Wine, Wendy was talking about that. There used to be this like little like poster up there that like had little stickers, like blue was organic, purple was like vegan, you know, yellow was like biodynamically farmed. And we went and I was like, okay, I want one that has all of them. And they're like, well, no, the purple is for this section and the blue is for this section. I'm like, well, what about more than one? Oh, we don't have that. So it's, again, it feels good and they're getting closer, but they're not the level of clean crafted, which is something that I really stand behind. I mean, I've met our founder many times, or not many times, a few times. And she's just really about it being real and being good for you and not cutting corners. What causes wine to not be gluten friendly is the wheat-based lining that goes inside of the barrels of the wine. And so all of ours is made with, or I'm sorry, it's the glue on the barrels. And all of ours is made with a water-based glue. So, and with those little cans that somebody was talking about and how fun the cans are. Oh, Laura, it was you. We could have had our cans a year earlier than what we actually got them if she wanted to cut the corner and not have the water-based lining. And she was like, absolutely not. I will wait another year. It's because this is what it's about. It's about being transparent. So that's the long and short of it. The other cool thing is we do have wine clubs. So if you are a big wine drinker, Sarah is a level 3 sommelier. So she picks all the wines that go into each club. So you don't get to pick them yourself, but you have almost a master sommelier picking them for you. There's club exclusives that if you're a member, you only get those wines that are only an option for you as a club member. You get, like, we have little circle perks, they're called, and you get like a little surprise and a little gift every quarter or so. She pairs with like-minded companies that care about the environment. So like I don't know, a few months ago, I got 2 little suckers in mine, and you eat the sucker and then you plant the stick and it's either an herb or a flower. So kind of cool things like that. So the wine club is great. We do a monthly, every other month or every quarter you can pick. That's how often they would process. We can do white, red, or mixed. And then we also have a 4-bottle, a 12-bottle, or a 6-bottle based on in all of those options. So lots of options. There's no membership fee, which is hugely different than most of them. You can start and stop at any time. So if you do it for 2 months and then say you're done and you can be done. We have people that gift that for a month or two, like the 4-bottle one for 3 months to somebody. And we have a little asset that we can send you that you could then wrap for them to have something to open. Yeah, so that's the sets. And we're always looking for new great people. I mean, Wendy and Annie are jumping right in, and the company is still new. Like Annie said, 3 years old. There are only about 15,000 consultants in the entire nation. And so there's lots, and everybody loves wine. Like, it's just easy. Like I said, for me, I was like, okay, I get paid on my own purchases. So all the wine that I buy for myself, I can make money on. Like, that was a no brainer. And then the fact that it's now a tax write-off for me.
Yeah.
All the wine that I buy.
So Amy, I know some people on the call are interested in this as, potential business or like getting some money back opportunity, either drink for free, recommend to your clients, start a little side hustle. Some people might just be like, hey, I'm interested in drinking the wine. But for the people who are like, yeah, I want to at least like drink for free. Can we talk about the comp plan? Because that was another thing that I was just like shocked by, like having looked at comp plans for a couple different like network marketing companies. This one is like just really different. It was like literally you don't have to enroll anybody. You don't have a monthly minimum of what you have to buy. You just get like commission on the wine, even the wine that you just drink. Like that's crazy to me.
Yeah, and it's that simple. I mean, I've talked to these girls before, like it's about keeping things simple and making it easy and getting the wine out there and just putting it in people's so they can taste it. Because I'm a skeptic. Like I get lied to all day, every day by people. And so it was like, oh, it's all sugar free, or like it eliminates all this chemical and it tastes great. I'm like, bullshit. It is gonna taste awful. And it's great. I mean, it's really easy to get behind. Like, oh, it doesn't suck too. That's really helpful. And so it's just really that simple, is share the wine. People like it. If you like wine enough, and you share it with 2 friends, I mean, so 2 cases of wine is 24 bottles, right? If you spend or gift or whatever about 24 bottles of wine in a month, you're going to get $120 back in commissions. It's that simple. I mean, and I have to drink a lot because I have to taste it to know what it tastes like. That's my newest pitch. Why I got to drink some. And so I'm definitely drinking 12 bottles, to taste and try. So it just made sense to me. And now it's grown into this great business that I absolutely love and adore. The other thing too, Annie, just to highlight, is that we actually have an opportunity call tomorrow night. I believe it's at 7 o'clock. And this is the first one we've ever done that actually someone from corporate is going to be on, but it's led by leaders. And so that's a good spot to, if anyone is interested, to join on that call. You hear a lot more about the comp plan, just kind of the sense of community and what makes Scout and Cellar different from a business aspect as well. I mean, we can certainly talk about that too, but it is an option. We do those twice a month. So if you do have people interested, we can certainly talk about that.
Cool.
But I also want to be able to answer people's questions if they have anything.
Yeah. What questions do people have?
As a consultant, are you getting a discount on the wine, or are you getting just that commission back as your perk?
Sure, great question. We do not get discounts on the wine. However, the cool thing about being new is that we bark and they listen. Like they really care about hearing from us. And so back in the day, I would spend $150 on wine for a tasting and was like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of money to keep putting out. So they completely revamped how they do all of that in January. So you pay full price, but there's consultant rewards on the back end. So you can get 4-bottle tasting sets, because we always say you can do a tasting between 2 and 4 bottles. Doesn't need to be much, right? So you can get those 4-bottle sets for $25. So you're keeping your costs significantly down all the time. And then we have a fast start bonus in the first 4 months. If you close a tasting within each of your first 4 months at 600 or more, you're going to get a 4-bottle tasting set for free. So again, the thought is we get it in your hand for cheaper, and you get to continue to spread it and share it with people, and keeping the cost down.
And then for just a normal customer, what's the price point of average price point?
The price point right now is from 16 to 72. The average I would say is 20 to 25, which seems high for people, but it's really not. When I started, they were all at $40, but now that we get more of them, bigger shipments, the per goal is to get it down to a $15 to $20 wine for an everyday kind of bottle of wine. The other thing I will say with that is, if you eat organic, you're going to spend more money. So if you drink clean, you're going to spend more money. The flip side is that you got less sugar, you're going to feel it faster. So you're probably not going to take as much to have to drink to accomplish whatever you're looking to accomplish. Buzzword.
And then the shipping is either if you order $99 or a gift set, or if you're the member of the Wine of the Month Club or whatever, it's free. Otherwise is $14 per shipment. And they can ship it to your house or to the nearest Walgreens if you don't live in an area where you want the shipment to just sit outside. I definitely lived in areas in Minneapolis where I've had stuff stolen off my porch. So it's all direct shipping, which is really nice. And you can get that free shipping if you depending on what you buy. So that's, as part of the cost too.
Nobody wants to pay $14 for shipping when you can get a bottle for $16. Might as well buy yourself another bottle and get yourself to $99.
Right.
That's the point. Because it's alcohol, you do have to be home to sign for it. So they will try twice at your house, and if you're not, then it gets shipped back to Texas, which really sucks. So I always suggest people just to send it to Walgreens. It can sit at Walgreens for up to 5 days, and you pick it up in the photo section. So it's great. Yeah, I mean, I was telling the girls, like, I go with a cart. Like, I got no shame. I give me my 3 boxes and let's go. But great.
I feel like Takara looked like she was about to ask a question.
No, I'm just talking. My husband's on the sideline, so I was just kind of chatting with him.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He's
Sorry,
like, doesn't sound bad to me.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, and we have a lot of variety. I think we have over 50 bottles on site right now. So when we're asking kind of like what you like, I was just kind of curious because like Chardonnays, there's very different oaked or unoaked. Fruity light ones, fruity light whites. We can do a Sauv Blanc. We could do a blend. You know, there's various different things to try. So it's just nice to kind of have an idea of what people are interested in.
Obviously different than direct selling, like most direct selling from what I'm gathering. Like you kind of like get customers, have them do like the wine of the month club or whatever. But then like you told Annie and Wendy about it. So then how does that work?
Oh, like the downline and stuff?
Yeah.
Sure. Yep. And there's lots of different ways to do it. So I had said with these ladies, like I had one woman that was like, I don't want to do tastings. I don't want to go to people's houses. I don't want to share. I just want to sell it on social media. Go for it. That's your shtick. Great. But there is lots of options. I mean, ideally when this company started, it was to get together with people, get in front of them, share the wine with them and talk about what makes it different. So it's one of those parties, right? But nobody hates the wine lady. Let me tell you, like, everybody wants to go to those kind because they're not boring. But you can do it like right now, virtually is the thing. That's what we're doing, right? So we have come up with various ways to do virtual tastings, whether that's with or without the alcohol in their hand. And we've created all of that too. And then the downline is, so that's what you're seeing, the comp plan there. So I was the 3rd person in Minnesota when I joined. The first 2 or the first 3, I think, are all now gone. And so we have about, on my team, which is not just Minnesota based, I think there's 270 people from across the country that are on our team. So obviously, yes, there's a downline, right? So the lineage goes down. And then as you build your team, you have your own lineage then that goes down. And so that's the top part of the screen that Annie's sharing that kind of shows what you're going to get paid and how you're going to get paid.
As you start, this is just how simple it is, right?
Right. Yep.
It's like just like straight up this much. So that would be like this column, this consultant column, right? And
yes.
Then if you kind of go to make it more of a side hustle or more of a business, it gets obviously more complicated with like builder legs and stuff like that. But
and really the thing that we teach is, okay, $600 is where you want to hit, because as you see if you can scroll up a little bit, Annie, on the commissions, that's going to get you that higher bump. So everything that this company is based around as far as sales for a month, everything is striving to 600 because it gets you to that higher bump and it gets you more money faster. Unlike other direct sales, if you have a party, once you close it, then the stuff ships and you have to close it to have all that stuff happen. Ours is not like that. So as a consultant, you leave a tasting open until it hits 600 because there's no reason not to. Like, they've given us all these options to be like, make it work for us and make us more money, which is great. And the wine will ship automatically. As soon as you put an order in, it's going to ship. You can keep your tasting open until you hit 600, and then you're going to get the 4-bottle tasting sets. You're going to get the option for the 25-bottle, the 4-bottle set at $25. I mean, there's just a lot of really good incentives. I mean, so the kit to start is $249. You get 4 bottles included with that. So that's generally about $100 in wine that you're getting. So it's $150 for the rest of it. And that's a website for a year. That's your business. And then all that other swag and things that you get. So if in your first month you hit 600 and close a tasting, you're basically recouping all of your money because you're going to get 4 more bottles of wine and $120 in cash. And you already got back what you put in.
So yeah, I think that's really helpful to tell people sort of the numbers. So if you are interested in like getting some commission even on your own, drinking for free, building a little side hustle, building a business, like essentially you're going to cost $249. 150 of that is like the wine and the stuff. And then $99 is like buying the business to get your website and stuff. And then the next year to renew in the business, it'd be another $99. But if you just want to like buy some wine, you can buy like a bottle or like, I mean, you don't have to start with like a giant package or anything. I think this is really nice because like, I've done TLS with Michael Lynn, I've done Isogenics with Wendy, and it's great to have something where people are buying it monthly or buying it regularly and consuming it, you know, versus like a one-time purchase. But I feel like wine is something people are buying anyway. It's not like trying to sell them on like, hey, have this protein shake, or like, hey, have this vitamins that they think is really expensive. It's just like you're buying it anyway. Like
right. And two cases, roughly give or take, gonna get you to $600. So if you drink a case yourself in a month, and you have one friend that drinks kind of the same one as you, there you go. There's your $600. I mean, and then you're making money on it. So, and I like to think that people want to support their people, right? Like I'd rather buy from someone I know than somebody random. And then the other piece, as far as if you just do buy a bottle or two, or, you know, don't do a club or things like that, we have volume discount. So anytime you buy a half a case, so 6 bottles, you're going to get 5% off that entire order. And anytime you buy a case, 12 bottles, you're going to get 10% off the order. So there obviously is incentive to, you know, get those buy by the volume. So that's the other piece.
So if
I have a question for you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So, I mean, if I want to do like a 4-bottle sampler, do I just order it from Annie then? Or, I mean, to start with?
Yeah.
Yes, and if you want to do like some wine, and this is another thing I want to tell everyone who either just wants to try it or thinks like, hey, maybe I want to like do this for a business. We already have planned, and I want to check with Amy if we can get this in time, but Wendy and I have this idea to do on the winter solstice, which is December 21st, which is like kind of like a symbolic, you know, night, like the end of the winter, the shortest day of the year, longest night. A winter wine tasting with like a vision and goal setting for 2021. Like, you guys all know me. So I'm a life and health coach, and I do a lot of like this kind of stuff. It gets me really excited. So combining those two, we think it'd be like a really fun night. So that tasting kit is $32. And it comes with 4 little bottles, so you can try them all. And do some like fun like reflections and vision setting, and it'd be a good, really easy way to invite some people and be like, hey, do you want to try this too? It's going to be like an awesome night. So it'd be like a great way to get started. Oh yeah, I can pull that up.
They're little mini bottles. They come in a little, like, you know, you get your coffee if you get more than like 2 crate, that little carrier. That's what they come in. They're just so dang cute, and they're a 5-ounce pour, so they're a big glass of wine.
There.
So maybe do it with like a spouse or partner so you can write straight by the end of the vision exercise.
Right.
Amy, if people order, when would we need to order by in order to get the wine in time to do this on the 21st? Like, is there time? Sorry, while I mentioned that, one reason we wanted to like jump on and do this so quickly today, even though like Wendy and I haven't gotten our wine yet, is because there's a guaranteed shipment for Christmas and New Year's if you order by December 8th for Christmas, and I think December 14th for New Year's, or the 11th.
I think it's the 14th.
So they're coming up pretty quickly, so we just wanted to like give people enough time.
Yeah, and if you're holiday gifting, I mean, this sampler pack is a great little gift for teachers. Teachers always tell me, like, yes, teachers like wine. And they're packaged really cute. You know, so our gift sets, we have 7 different gift sets that are 1 bottle or 2 bottles. They come in this beautiful box that says celebrate everything. There's various different ones. And then they also come with a tasting card, so they know exactly what they're tasting, the story behind it. Hi, buddy. My daughter just got home. And then it also gives you the opportunity that you can personalize that. So you can say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever, and ship it directly to them. And again, those are all
so cute. And free shipping on all the gift sets, right?
Correct. And Annie, I did want to just have one more thing that you said before, like that you love the labels. The top 3 things that people buy wine for is story behind it, the label, or what their friends are drinking. So, hi. So it really is. And so those tasting cards, when you get them sent and in a gift box with them, that tells a story behind the labels. I mean, that's what people like to hear and like to know. And it also says the tasting notes and all that great stuff. So it's a good option.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. I feel like you probably need to go pretty soon, Amy. Does anyone have any other questions like that you could answer?
I have one really quick one. So let's say that we're deciding that we want to share, just like Laura asked, about like sharing with others. Do you personally have to buy a certain amount a month, or how does that work? You don't, right?
No, I already asked her because I was like, what's the catch?
Nope.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
but didn't you say
Annie.
like, you don't order anything for like 6 months? They might reach out and be like, yo, are you still like alive?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they do have that caveat.
Okay.
Now, if you have no sales at some point, they will email you and say you need to get to that sales or you'll be done. But that doesn't happen often because it doesn't take much to get to 600.
And that sampler set, that's a set, that is a set 4 types of wine that are in there? In the picture
Yes.
Ann showed?
Yep.
Okay.
It's
Each quarter we get different ones. So this is the holiday one that just came out.
Okay.
We've gotten every quarter they change them up.
Okay, that's that. Okay.
Are there a lot of guidelines on what can be posted on social media and what can't, or is it open?
Yes and no. I mean, because it's alcohol, there's a lot more regulation than makeup or or protein shakes and things like that.
Sure.
Not all of our wines can be shipped to every single state. That's one that's interesting. All states have different liquor laws. So Michigan can't get any international wines. Colorado has this issue with they only can get 2 of our bubbles. And so there's a lot more behind that. Most states can get everything. And we have, I think, 5 states still that we don't have a liquor contract with yet. So Utah, Mississippi, Rhode Island, and something else.
Minnesota and Wisconsin are thumbs up, right?
There you go.
We're good. We're good.
Wisconsin doesn't have much regulation when it comes to alcohol.
No.
God, no. So there are some things like that. I mean, our policies and procedures was just revamped. Their biggest things about social media and stuff is not making health claims, right? It's hangover free. We can't say it. We can talk about our personal experience, but we can't do that. So there's some things with that. And like pouring in public, you can't pour in public because we don't own our own liquor license, right? So we can't be in a public setting pouring. Do events at places? Yeah, but it's after hours or it's a private event that you had to be invited to. So there's ways we can do it. They're getting a little more strict on posts and things based on certain things. We have a whole unit in corporate called brand standards. So that's what they're looking at and things. But they also know that people make mistakes and it's not like you're going to get in huge trouble for it. Our company is a company of attorneys, right? So like every I is dotted and T is crossed. And so, but in layman's terms, yes, you can post those things and do those things. And it's very social media driven. I mean, this is an e-commerce company. So sorry, did you hear that or not? So yeah, we have an app called The Vine. And so that's where it gives you all the social media assets and videos and things that you ever would need. It's going to be there. If there's something that you need that you can't find, we got it. Like told the ladies, we don't make you guys duplicate or like reinvent the wheel on anything. We want to make everything easy and duplicatable. And so if we don't have it, one of us will make it. You guys don't do that legwork.
Michael, Lynn, did you have another question?
No, I just want to order from you.
Oh, okay.
I got to try it.
Okay, for sure.
That whole sulfate thing is very interesting because I have that with tequila. I have it with brandy. I have it with whiskey. You name it. Beer.
The wine guy down the street at our little local liquor store told me
just take a Benadryl before you drink wine.
No, don't do that.
I can't, like, I'm gonna pass out.
Truly.
Like, you're allergic. That's why you're getting a headache. I was like, yeah, but I'm gonna fall asleep.
No.
I mean, I had this one, I think I told you guys this. I had a lady that I was doing in the vet, and she's like, I can't do the red. That's why I was curious as to why Lauren had said she couldn't drink it. But she's like, I can't do red. I break out in hives. And I was like, oh, I'm like, okay, well, you need to try it. And she's like, you want me to break out in hives? I'm like, well, no, one, I have an EpiPen because my son is severely allergic to life. And two, I'm just that confident. Like, I don't want you to die, no. But I'm pretty dang confident that whatever's causing your allergic reaction is a chemical or something that's added that you're not going to have to dink with us. And now all she buys from me is red. So it's fun to be able to open that up to people. Like for you, Laura, too, like to be able to drink wine again and not have to feel like crap is just nice to have that option to be able to like give that back to people is pretty cool.
Yeah. When would people have to order to get by the 21st for this? Like, winter?
I mean, because Christmas is already, I mean, the Christmas deadline is the 8th. So in the next 2 days, you're still going to be cutting it. But because, like, if it's just a sampler pack, those go pretty fast. But those are going to ship out quicker than a case because they have to put box. So if it is just something that I would say I would be pretty confident that they'll still get it in time. However, it's holiday shipping time for everything. So FedEx is slow, you know, Amazon's 2 days behind when they say they're going to be here. So
yeah,
I always just tell people that, you know, just be honest, like, hey, we want it there, but with COVID times too, it's just, you're never really sure. I just don't want to get hopes up.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'm not a salesperson. I keep telling you guys this. I'm just like, I'm like, too honest. I'm like, nope, may not happen. But.
No, me neither. I was telling one of my clients who I was just like signed a new client, and I was telling her my favorite clients are ones who already have some kind of like protein shake in their life. And I don't care if it's Isogenics or Shakeology or like whatever, but I'm just like, cool, I don't have to sell it to you. I can just tell you, like, this is the macros. This is when you need to take it. This is how much you should like use it. Like, so I get that. Can I get a picture of everybody like holding up their drink before we go? I don't know if we're like ending yet.
Let's do that.
Okay,
mine's empty.
Got it. Okay. Cool. Amy, I know your family just got home and you haven't seen them for a while. Thank you so much for making the time to do this. You should definitely go if you need to. I'll stay on for a while if people want to like chat or like have other questions. Tara, I know Fred wants to say hi to you and Chili. He's sitting over here on the couch.
More and we'll get them answered and get them back to you. Absolutely.
He's like, no, I don't. You're making me say hi.
Yeah, anything else you guys need, let me know. I love doing this, so I will do this with you guys any old time. I think it's great.
Amy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Amy.
Of you.
Bye.
Bye.
Michael, and you should say hi to Fred too. Did you meet him
Annie.
at the shower? Yeah.
I'm gonna go because I'm gonna reach out to some of my peeps that didn't make it on tonight. So I'm gonna reach out to them. But it was good seeing everybody. Happy wine tasting. I'm sure I'll see you soon.
Okay, love you, Chica. Bye.
Bye.
What up?
Oh, you're muted. Do you remember, well, obviously Takara, but do you remember my Aunt Michael Lynn?
I do. I remember.
I have yet to meet you face to face. I've seen you in pictures. I had to leave the shower, and then the wedding, you guys were busy. And so it's like, I'll catch you eventually. I know. It's a matter of time.
And Laura, I don't know if you've ever met Fred in person either. No.
It's nice to meet you. I can't hear what you're saying, but it's nice to meet you.
Laura was in Costa Rica, but Fred came and he met all the Cougars at the Cougarcation retreat. Oh my gosh.
Which was a whole.
They all hit on him. They asked if he was part of the retreat.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They were wild.
What's going on, cousin? I see you.
Takara, you're still muted.
No, the kids came upstairs. I had to mute. Hi, cousin.
Hey.
I heard you didn't really want to say hi.
Oh,
He was voluntold to say hi.
I get a little stage fright. That's all.
Well, it's always nice to see you. I'm so happy to be a part of it. I think that this was awesome. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad. He was like, reach out to Sakara. I was like, I haven't even met her yet. She's gonna think I'm like, so weirdo in so many levels.
I thought it was beautiful. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Okay, cool. What are
And
you guys thinking?
I do want to say to what's your name, Michaelin?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure I pronounced it right. But I'm like you, like I stick to tequila. I like wine, but that's my jam. So when you said that, I was like, oh, she's on point. I just want to say, like, me too.
I gave up wine a long time ago just because of the sugars, really.
Right.
The only wine I ever got a headache from was the German wines. I loved them. That was your mom and dad's fault, Annie.
Yes, they love those sweet white wines.
They kill me. Those are the only alcohol that really brings me to my knees.
Right.
If you guys are tequila lovers, I have to tell you about our new, well, for me, it's my Sunday morning drink. We watch the Sunday morning shows, but have you ever had first of all, do you also like coffee? Okay, so have you had the Patron Cafe?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yes.
So coffee or espresso, Patron Cafe, it's like a coffee tequila liqueur. And then whipped cream, because I figured out the macros for whipped cream is like 3 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fat. It's like almost nothing. And some sprinkles. Oh,
really good suggestion. Thank you, Annie. Because I don't do bloodies anymore, just it's too heavy.
Yes.
No way. Where?
So
where do you get it from? What?
Fred, where'd you get like anywhere, right?
Anywhere.
Really?
Anywhere. And down here they have them in those cute little Patron bottles.
Yes.
Is a thing.
Or the big ones if you make it on regular.
No way. Okay.
I'll send you a picture of my drink this morning. I like posted it.
I thought, but I was like, she can't be talking about actual tequila. Like,
I was talking about actual tequila. And then I was telling Fred we have to get a liquor license for the coffee shop because this has to be like the holiday winter drink. Yeah. Like it's so fire.
Yeah. So Annie, where can I order these wines and see what different type of wines I can get?
Yeah, I can just
that one sampler looked like it had like 3 reds in it or something, and I'm not a red fan, but
sure, I can just send you. So they have like the basic website, and then if you do like the business builder thing, you make your own website that's like Scout Cellar / Dream Lab.
I want to order from you first and see and taste it and get a few.
For sure. I'm just saying like I have a website and so I'll send it to you.
Okay.
And then I think you can just order, or we can just talk about what makes sense or what you want to try or something. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I would like to order from you as well, Annie.
Cool, awesome, awesome. Yay! I'm excited. I'm really excited about this, and I like do not like selling shit. Like I was saying, like I like it better when like my clients already have some kind of thing. But I just feel like this is like such an easy sell. Like everybody drinks wine. I personally would like to drink for free or like have some extra money to buy like better Christmas presents or whatever. And I mentioned it to people, and people like you, Michaelin, multiple people are like, no, I don't drink wine. I was like, oh, okay, cool, bye. And then they're like, why? And I was like, well, like, I don't think I'm a weirdo, but like there's, and they're like, oh, that sounds pretty good. Like send me some more info. So it just seems like easy.
If it's as good as I think it is, I'll promote that right alongside my TLS protein shake. Like, because all my clients drink, and that's like their second question.
Yes, can I still drink, right?
And what can I drink, please?
Yep, and I think like as a health coach, you know, if you tell people like you can't drink, you can't eat this, you can't eat that, they're like, okay, bye. You know, it has to fit your lifestyle. And like for all of us who are just trying to be healthier, like we all want to be healthy and we want to like drink, and we all like money, so like. Hello.
Gotcha.
If this is work, like, come on, this is amazing. Okay, you guys, I need to let you go. I have to talk to Fred and like finish up dinner. We're having a little family holiday movie night with my mom and dad and John and Jane. We're all going to watch Christmas Chronicles together at 6:30, so we need to get ready.
Hi to the fam.
Have you seen it? It's really good.
No, we all saw them advertising for number 2. And none of us have seen the first one.
I had never seen the first one. I was like, what? Number 2? But no, it's really good.
It's super
have fun.
My girls liked it, and Tony liked it. So have fun, enjoy. Thanks
Oh.
for inviting me too.
Thanks,
Yes,
Laura.
thank you.
I'll talk to you tomorrow or something about
Perfect.
more details.
Perfect. Sounds good. Fred wants to know if you saw Jingle Jangle. Did you guys see Jingle
Yes.
Jangle?
I did. I liked it.
8 thumbs
I
up,
liked
right?
it. I couldn't believe that I seen Forrest Whitaker dance. I thought that was different, but yeah, I liked it.
I know. Oh my
I'm
gosh.
like,
And
y'all got him to dance. Great job.
I
No,
know. And
it was
I
funny.
mean, for me, like I coach high school girls from North Minneapolis. So like when you see like Black girls doing math and like solving
Mm-hmm.
things and like being a heroine through math and science,
No, it's
I was
beautiful.
like, and she was cute too. She wasn't like a nerdy little, she was like cute and smart and like kicked ass. Like,
Right.
and there was dancing. So it was so good.
No,
Did
it
you
was
see it,
beautiful.
Jacqueline?
No.
If you have Netflix, it'd be fun. Like if you need a cover, you could like get Lucci and then like put it on, but like you would probably like it just by yourself.
You have to remember, Annie, I live in the boonies. I have an antenna. I don't even have internet. Like this is off my hotspot.
Oh, okay.
I
Well,
can't. We're way out. We don't have that. So
maybe
my
it's on your
hotspot rock.
Okay.
I have to go by Sonia. She owes me movies anyway.
Go by Sonia, and then yeah, it's like one of those family movies that really is like a family movie because like there's little kid stuff, there's adult stuff, like everyone kind of get into
Yeah,
it.
she owes me 2 movies from all the stuff I've done for her. So she owes me movie time. Movie, pizza, and
There
popcorn.
you go. I love it.
There you
Okay,
go.
guys,
Well, thank you so much. See you
Thank you so
guys
much.
later. Have a
I'll
wonderful
follow up
night.
with both of you guys tomorrow and just see like what you want to look into and stuff.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.
Thanks. Bye. Good night.